A taste for mischief was also seen in the work of Raymond Briggs. He allowed children to laugh at one of the most important figures in their lives.
Blooming Christmas here again.
Well, I think he's got a big round nose, beady little eyes, and little tiny eyes, just dots. You can't put, some people complain that you don't put anything more than dots, but you can't on this scale, because you start putting in eyelids and stuff like that, you're into dead trouble. Reddish cheeks, because he drinks a bit too much. I put too much drink in the book, actually. I wish I hadn't had quite so much. But
in a way, Raymond Briggs' Father Christmas is one of the most subversive children's books that's ever been written. Every Christmas, we are given Father Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. He is this jolly, bucolic bloke who is the gift giver. And then you open Raymond Briggs' Father Christmas, and it's this grumpy old bloke who doesn't like doing it anyway.
Blooming snow.
He goes to the toilet.
I hate winter.
Father Christmas doesn't go to the toilet. He spends his whole life looking after me, the child. How can he possibly have time to go to the toilet?
Behind Briggs's vision lay a determination to inject real characterization into this mythical figure. Displaying both warmth and grumpiness, his Father Christmas seemed a lot more human. He even swore at the terrible weather.
what I normally do with most of my things is have something that's fantastical, like Father Christmas, like Fungus, and imagine it to be wholly real and follow it through logically from there. He's got a white beard, he must be old. We know he's fat. Couldn't imagine him with a wife. That seemed to be adding another dimension which didn't ring true somehow. It's a foul job, out all night on your own, flying about in icy temperatures, landing on rooftops, going down filthy chimneys. Can you imagine climbing down a chimney not once but hundreds of times? He's going to be fed up with it.
How do I get into this thing?
Nice big gloves on so you don't have to bother of drawing his hands. Hands are some of the worst things to draw, hands and feet. Terrible. And horses' legs. And you could have a bit of a frown because he's always pretty grumpy. Snowflakes coming down, of course. Doesn't look fat enough, does he, really?
For inspiration, Raymond Briggs turned to memories of his own working-class upbringing, introducing a new kind of character into children's reading.
I saw him partly in terms of my father, because my dad was a milkman, went out delivering stuff in the cold, and mostly on his own in the early morning, of course. You work alone as a milkman. And in those days it was quite sooty and dirty because everyone had coal fires. And you used to get filthy doing the job. I helped him a lot of times when I was a kid.
Still at it, mate. Nearly done.
And your hands literally got black. And so I thought it was a bit similar, and I put him, Father Christmas, living in the house that Dad lived in, the house I lived in, Edwardian terrace house.
Good cup of tea.
Raymond Briggs makes ordinary people important. In the way that Father Christmas was based on his father, a working class hero, if you like, really. And I think Raymond was one of the first people to bring that into picture books. He's made him an ordinary working class man, doing ordinary working class things. It is a job, being Father Christmas.
And by using a comic book format, Briggs brought a fresh way of storytelling into children's picture books.
People don't always realise you've only got 32 pages in a picture book. It's absolutely set. Occasionally they might let you have 40. And I realised with Father Christmas I needed a lot more than 32 pictures. And so I was forced into this nightmare of strip cartooning, which the worst possible thing to get into, because it's so laborious.
You've got to remember that the era that he's writing it, people said there were two layers of children's books. There's the good layer, called the picture book, and the bad layer, called the comic. What did Raymond Briggs do? Oh, no, he made a picture book that is a comic. How can you do that?
A speech bubble.
That was such dangerous territory. I can't believe he didn't know what he was doing.
can't do it properly under these conditions.
Happy blooming Christmas to you too.
But alongside innovation,